This is our chest freezer, and I expect anybody looking at a chest freezer would be pretty bored if they didn't understand how the thing works. It's important to realise various things about this chest freezer because this is what we use to store most of our surplus fruit and some vegetables. This is full at this time of the year. When I say full, I mean chock-a-block. Chest freezers like this are more efficient than uprights. The reason for that is every time you open the door of an upright freezer, you will lose a significant amount of the heat within it. A chest freezer doesn't have those same levels of losses. Also, this one is about 6 or 7 years old, maybe a little bit more than that, and was the most efficient that we could get at the time. They are now even more efficient. The insulation is thicker and the motors are even better than they were when this one was produced. So all I could say is, if you're producing your own food, get the biggest and best chest freezer you can. This one also has one other plus to it, and it's an important point that we need to understand when understanding how renewable energy can be used. This one is actually running at the moment. It is running directly off our own solar panels, the photovoltaic panels, which are connected to the grid. But when a system is connected to the grid, it will produce your own electricity first. So anything which is switched on will always come from your own solar panels. The panels themselves that you're now feeding this freezer, and a certain amount of electricity is also going into the grid, are literally 5 meters away behind this building. So that's the distance that electricity will have to travel. This is also important to understand that solar electricity is principally available in the summer. The vast majority of it is in the summer. And that, by sheer coincidence, is when you need the greatest amount of refrigeration. We're now in an outbuilding which is cool most of the time, and that reduces the amount of energy it uses. But the two energies are extremely well matched. Solar energy and refrigeration go together hand in hand. Likewise, when most electricity is used in the winter for heating and so on, it's important to realise that that is the time of year when wind energy will provide as much energy as is required to do most of the heating. So again, there is a good match between wind energy and heating of various types. Heating using things like heat pumps and so on still use electricity in a fairly big way, but dramatically less than if you were using heating direct with an element straight off the mains. So those two things go together. Wind and sun are an extremely important combination of energies which we have available, and any gaps in availability, which people are always going on about, can easily be filled by other sources. Hydroelectricity and electricity from biomass, those can be used. Hydro for all base electricity going 24/7. Biomass boilers and fuels and power stations can fill in the gaps when required and when solar or wind are not available.